He's wearing a beard now. I guess just make sure you have a little more cushion on the chin.
Introducing the principals. First boxing out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 197 pounds and brings into the ring an outstanding record of 18 wins against only 4 losses, with 12 of those big wins by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the challenger coming to us this evening from Fort Collins, Colorado, in the United States of America. Here is Shane Hurricane Swartz. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent directly across the ring, boxing out of the red corner. He weighed in this evening at 198 pounds. He comes in with an excellent professional record of 22 wins with no losses and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, with 15 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Originally from Kazan, Russia, and now fighting out of Los Angeles, California, in the United States of America, he is the current, the defending NABF Cruiserweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Vadim.
Tokarev appears to be in excellent condition for this fight, as he was for the Cora matchup. And he needed every bit of that conditioning in the Cora matchup. That was one hellacious round.
Serious give and take round in round 4. That was an exciting round, exciting fight. And let's see what they're going to do in this fight.
Clean fight, obey my commands the whole time, and protect yourself at all time. Give it the best you can to the title fight. Thank you.
Daniel Van der Weel, once again, the third man in the ring, gives the instructions. Ready for the first of a scheduled 12 rounds for the NABF Cruiserweight Championship. You get a look at the tail of the tape. Swartz with a weight advantage, 197 pounds, comes in close to the 200-pound cruiserweight limit. Tokarev coming in at a fit trim, 189. Here's round number 1, scheduled for 12. Jeff DeForest, along with the road warrior, Glenn Johnson, knows a little bit about traveling overseas and trying to win a championship. Both these guys now hail from the United States. Tokarev in the black trunks. Good solid puncher and a solid chin, as we saw in that Cora matchup. And Swartz trying to initiate the action here in the early stages of round 1.
Yeah, Tokarev is a strong puncher. He's patient, using his legs to get away from punches, and he's setting up jabs and hooks.
2 piston-like body shots. Double left hook by Tokarev. Showing good footwork also. Swartz tries to come with the jab, throws 5 of them in succession, and tries to score at the end of that exchange, but that last punch didn't get home.
Yeah, he's using his jab nicely. I like the way he's using his jab to the head and to the body, and he's trying to put the right hand right behind that, which is always a good plan.
Swartz 18 wins, 4 losses, 12 knockouts. In his career, he's been all over the place, not afraid to take on difficult challenges, and he's in tough tonight against Tokarev. Now midway through the first round, both guys trying to establish their turf. Swartz with the movement and Tokarev with the body shots.
Yeah, definitely. Tokarev, this guy is a good fighter. He's not taking off soft opponents. He's taking off a guy with a winning record, which, you know, they show the class of the fighter when the guy have winning record fighters on his record.
Swartz very effective with the jab, and you would have to think that's going to be the strategy he'd have to win with, as he catches a right-hand counter there, as his jab got a little lazy that time. And he's trying to keep Tokarev off him with that jab and maintain that distance.
Well, Tokarev is a stronger guy. He's establishing himself with the stronger punches, and he got tied up there.
And we know that Tokarev is not afraid to get into a dangerous exchange.
This guy is a give-and-take type of fighter that, you know, certainly this is what the people like to see. He brings excitement to the division for sure.
Power in both hands we've seen from Tokarev. Solid chin. As Swartz presses the action. Tries to put a little pressure on Tokarev here in the final stages of round number 1. Fairly even round so far.
Yeah, he's just Tokarev establishing himself as a stronger guy. And, you know, he's doing a good job moving around with his leg, keep the guy turning. So we should see a good fight. I like the matchup so far.
And I was just about to say that you can see that Swartz is
Oh.
vulnerable to a left hook when he just lays that jab out there as a rangefinder, and he pays the price here. Probably giving Tokarev a big edge in the final minute of round number 1. Both guys going at it right now.
Oh, yeah, there go the excitement.
Push him down. Come on. Box.
Gotta give Swartz a lot of credit. Not afraid to mix it up with the stronger Tokarev.
Definitely landing some excellent shots in that round. Looking forward to round 2.
There's one scheduled for 12. Cruiserweight's largely an ignored division, which is kind of surprising. And I'm sure at different times you've been tempted maybe to move up into that bracket. It was such a differential once the heavyweights got so large between the light heavyweight division. You see action here from round number 1. And a great right hand, nice short right hand in there by Tokarev.
Yeah, very good. Very good punches.
And he covers up well, too.
So, yeah, smart enough to time up when you realize that it was running out of real estate.
You see that stinging jab also was effective for Tokarev, but there was such a disparity in weights between the light heavyweight division and the heavyweights once they got to be 240, 250. I think there was a necessity for the cruiserweight division, and yet it's never really been embraced by the boxing fans to the degree that it should be.
Yeah, well, you know, they give them a little more room to work now, which is a good thing. So maybe we'll get some excitement to it. Round 2 coming up.
Here's round 2, scheduled for 12. NABF Cruiserweight Championship on the line as we come to you from the Torwar Sports Hall in Warsaw, Poland. Good fight fans here tonight, too, Glenn Johnson.
Yeah, definitely. These people enjoy boxing, and I love that about the Europeans.
Saw Swartz briefly show the southpaw side, quickly come back, and now he's on the defenses. These are heavy shots coming in from Tokarev.
Yeah, Tokarev is looking to close the shot.
Oh, big right hand, and he might have done it right there. Swartz is hurt and badly, and the fight is going to be stopped.
That's it. It's over.
You don't like to see a guy sort of trembling or twitching when he's on the canvas, and Vanderweel did the proper thing. Immediately dropped the count and said this fight is over. A huge right hand from Vadim Tokarev. What a vicious shot that was to end this thing in the second round.
Tokarev is an exciting fighter. He knows how to place his shots, and he'll show you right there the kind of excitement he brings to the cruiserweight division.
You'd have to think that a lot of people become enthusiastic about the cruiserweights. Seeing a guy like this coming in shape at 189 pounds, 11 pounds under the limit, and with this kind of punching power, and as we saw in the clip with Cora from his previous fight, not afraid to mix it up and bring the action.
Not at all. This guy brings excitement. I love him. I would like to see him again, and I'm sure any boxing fan would like to see this guy again get back in the ring and do what he do.
Game Shane Swartz been around for a while. He's taken on some tough customers. I think he's the one guy that wouldn't like to see Tokarev again. I don't know that
I would
you'd like to see him even in a restaurant.
I would want to see him, that's for sure. This guy knows his business, and I'm glad to see he's up and around and all is well.
Still wobbly, and once again, you see the appreciation of the European fans as they give a huge round of applause for Shane Swartz, who gave it his best. He was establishing the jab early in round number 1, but just couldn't withstand the constant pressure of Tokarev, and those big shots finally put him on the canvas here in the early stages of round 2.
The Daytona 500 returns to Fox this February.
Ladies and gentlemen, again comes up 40 seconds of the second round. Your winner and still NABF Cruiserweight Champion, Vadim
Good win for this guy.
Good win for Tokarev. You see the finishing touches being put on in the second round, and he remains unbeaten. And the NABF Cruiserweight Champion. Swartz falls in a heat. Fortunately, he was okay, as Vanderweel, the referee, immediately stopped the fight, and happy. Vadim Tokarev moving on in his career now. Perhaps ready to challenge for world championship status.
And definitely, Tokarev right now could take on anybody in the cruiserweight division. He's ready.
Our main event coming up, the Cruiserweight Championship of the World. Krzysztof Wlodarczyk against Steve USS Cunningham. That's next.
If they're fighting, we've got